Okay, so today we are going to see data types, Python data types, what is typecasting or Python casting in that, and what are the various math operations that are carried out in Python. Okay, so till yesterday we have seen what are the basics, what are variables, how to declare variables, what is indentation. We have also seen how to comment a particular code, how to print the output, what are the various ways to print the output. So we'll start with the data types now. So data type is very important in any programming language, okay, because whatever data we are taking, whatever data we want to store, that should be in a particular data type. Okay, so if you are storing a number, if you are storing a decimal value, a float, if you are storing any particular character or string, okay, any complex number or any other, so for this purpose data type is very important. Okay, so Python has various built-in data types where the variable can store the values along with the data types of Python. Okay, just a second. Okay, so these are the built-in data types. First, text type. This data type is called as string. Okay, whatever text you are storing, it is nothing but the string. Okay, then next is the numeric data type. Okay, numbers. So there are three numeric data types here: the integer, float, and complex. Okay, we are going to see in detail also, but these are the numeric data types: integer, float, and complex. Then the sequence data types. Sequence in the sense it has a particular, let's say, a collection of uh, various uh, objects, or let's say a collection of various um, what we call data. Okay, so that is nothing but a sequence. Okay, sequence in the sense we are actually storing uh, various other data types or various other types of data within a particular sequence. Okay, so list is a sequence where we can store different other integers. Okay, multiple integers, multiple floats, multiple string values, or multiple complex values. Okay, similarly tuple is also one of the sequence. Okay, it is similar to list, just that there is some difference. We'll see later when we see list and tuples. Then range is a sequence. We can take a certain sequence of numbers, consecutive numbers. Okay, let's say 1 to 10, okay, or 1 to 100, or 50 to 60. Okay, any particular sequence of numbers, that is range. Okay, these are consecutive numbers. Then mapping data type. Mapping data type, one particular value is mapped to another particular value. Okay, dictionary is one of the mapping data type here. Okay, dictionary, तुम्ही डिक्शनरी हा शब्द ऐकल्यानंतर तुमच्या सर्वात अगोदर डोक्यात काय येतं? समथिंग, लेट्स से अ नॉर्मल डिक्शनरी. एका नॉर्मल डिक्शनरी मध्ये काय असतं? काही वर्ड्स असतात, त्याचे मीनिंग असतात. ओके, किंवा काही वर्ड्स असतात, त्याचं ट्रान्सलेशन असतं. Okay, so dictionary is same here, mapping data type, but here we are not actually storing the meaning but some value to that particular uh, another value. Okay, we are mapping one value to another value, that is called as dictionary. Okay, so here the data is stored in terms of key and value. Okay, there is one key and a value associated with that key, that's why it is called as a dictionary. Then set types, there are two types here: set and frozen set. Okay, set, we all know set. Okay, आपण शाळेमध्ये sets शिकलोय. Okay, so set is nothing but a collection of different numbers, random numbers. Okay, similarly here set is a different number or different set of uh, different numbers, not only numbers but any other data type. Okay, so set can contain any particular other data type. It can contain string, float, integer, complex, anything. Okay, and frozen set, that means we like in set, we it is mutable, we can change the values in the set, but frozen set we cannot change the values. Okay, so it is similar to set, it is set only, but just the difference is that we cannot change the values in the set, it is frozen. Then boolean type, the true or false values are called as boolean type. Okay, or 0 or 1. Okay, 0 stands for false, 1 stands for true. Okay, so you can actually use true, the word true, true, or the word false, false, false. You can use these words as a data types. Then binary types. Okay, there are some binary values or binary representation of words or numbers that are represented in these three types: bytes, byte array, and memory view. Okay, bytes and byte array are very similar binary representation of any number or any particular text. And memory view, it is just used for temporary storage of a particular value. Okay, without copying the data, just used for temporary storage of the particular value. And none type, when there is no value, or let's say when uh, none is the value we want to store. Okay, none is the particular word that we want to store. Okay, it is none type. Okay, nothing, it signifies nothing. Okay, these are 8 built-in data types in Python. So one by one we are going to see these data types. Are you getting? Samajhte?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then how to get the data type? We have seen this yesterday also. Just use the type keyword. Okay, type function here. Okay, so x is the variable, I'm storing 5 in this x, and I am printing the data type of x by using this print type of x. So I'll execute this, it will show me that the data type is integer. Okay, next, setting the data type. Okay, how to set the data type of a particular variable. Okay, now there is, as I said, there is no particular syntax for setting the data type of variable. व्हेरिएबलचा डेटा टाइप डिफाइन करण्यासाठी कोणताही पर्टिक्युलर सिंटॅक्स नाहीये किंवा कोड नाहीये. ओके, द डेटा टाइप इज डिसाइडेड as soon as we assign a value to the variable. ओके, त्या व्हेरिएबलचा डेटा टाइप कधी डिसाइड होतो, त्याला तुम्ही व्हॅल्यू असाइन करता त्याच वेळी त्याचा डेटा टाइप डिसाइड होतो. ओके, फॉर एक्झाम्पल, x is a variable and I am assigning this hello world text to this x. So by default its data type will be string. Okay, see here I have print the value of x as well as the data type of that x. I'll execute this and it shows me that the data type is string. Okay, याला कुठे आपण स्पेसिफिक सिंटॅक्स असा दिलाय का की याचं डेटा टाइप स्ट्रिंग करण्यासाठी काही सिंटॅक्स आहे का? नाही. Okay, we are simply assigning this value and the data type is automatically decided as string. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then next, how to set a integer data type. Okay, just assign integer value to that variable in this way. Okay, 20 is assigned to x, automatically the data type will be integer. How to assign float? Just assign a decimal value. Okay, 20.5, this is the floating point number. Okay, its data type will be automatically set to float. तुम्ही point use केला की automatically त्याचा data type float होऊन जातो. Okay, next, how to assign a data type complex. Okay, complex is nothing but a real plus imaginary part. Okay, we'll see later what is complex. but in this way it is represented. Okay, this is complex 1j. Okay, it is represented as a real plus imaginary part. So let's say 2 plus 1j. So 2 is real, 1j is imaginary. Okay, so this 1j is imaginary, that means its data type will be complex. I'm executing this, you can see the data type is complex. Okay, you have to use this character j for complex. समझते हैं?
Yes, sir.
Okay, how to set a data type as a list? Okay, just use the variable x equals to, and in square bracket just put the components, put the items whatever you want to store. Suppose मला apple, banana, cherry हे 3 words store करायचे आहेत. Okay, I can use this apple, banana, cherry separated by comma. Automatically its data type will become as list. This is a list. Okay, apple, banana, cherry, this is the list, and see the class data type here is list. ओके, हे डेटा टाइप्स आपण इन डिटेल सुद्धा बघणार आहोत. आपले सेपरेट सेशन आहेत त्याच्यासाठी, जिथे आपण डेटा टाइप्स काय आहेत, हे लिस्ट वगैरे काय आहेत, ट्युपल काय आहे ते आपण बघणार आहोत. देन सिमिलरली you can set a data type tuple. How to set? Just use round brackets instead of square brackets. लिस्ट ला स्क्वेअर ब्रॅकेट आहेत, ट्युपल साठी राउंड ब्रॅकेट्स आहेत. Okay, or you can say braces. Execute this, you can see the class is tuple. Okay, समझते हैं?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then range. Okay, for range data type you have to use this keyword range. Okay, range 6 means it will store 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 6 characters to store करणार आहे from 0 to 5. Okay, so range 10 means it will store from 0 to 9. Range 100 means it will store from 0 to 99 in this way. Okay, so consecutive numbers, okay, successive numbers will be stored in this variable. Now let's print this and the data type of this range. You can see here the range is 0 comma 6. 0 comma 6 in the sense it is 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, 6 is excluded. Okay, इथे 6 आहे म्हणजे 6 नंबर्स स्टोर झालेत. कोणते 6 नंबर्स? 0 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, and you can see the data type is class range. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Then dictionary. As I said, dictionary is a mapping. Okay, mapping data type. Mapping data type means there are keys and values associated with the keys. For example, dictionaries are represented with the help of curly bracket. Okay, and the first item is called as key, and the second item, its pair, is called as a value. Okay, so here the key is name and the value is John. Okay, this is one component, one item, one total item, name John. Okay, and the key and value are separated with the help of colon. Similarly, here there is next item, age 36. So age is the key and 36 is the value. Okay, similarly you can include many other items. Okay, you can include date of birth. Okay, key will be date of birth, the word date of birth, and value will be actual date of birth. Okay, you can include salary. Salary will be the key, and actual salary, the number, like say 50,000, that will be the value. This is a dictionary data type. Okay, I will execute this and you'll see this is the dictionary and the data type class dict. समझते हैं?
Oh, sir.
Oh, sir.
Next is set. Now as I said, set is a random uh, data type. Okay, it stores random items. Okay, for example, I have stored apple, banana, cherry in this set. Now set is represented again with the curly bracket. Okay, dictionary is also represented with curly bracket, but it has a key value pair. Okay, this name is key and this John is value, separated by this colon. But for set, only one item is stored. Okay, if there is only one item, if there is no pair, it is set. Okay, so apple, banana, cherry, these three random items are stored in this set. I will execute this. You can see cherry, banana, cherry, apple, banana. You can see the sequence also. Sequence इथे change झाला है because set do not have sequence. Okay, whatever items we store in the set, they are not stored in same sequence. Okay, the sequence may change. So here you can see we have stored apple, banana, cherry in this sequence, but here while printing it is printing cherry, apple, banana. The sequence has been changed. So this is one of the feature of the set. Okay, the sequence is random. ओके, कधी चेरी अगोदर येईल, बनाना नंतर येईल, कधी ऍपल अगोदर येईल, चेरी नंतर मग बनाना, अशी रॅन्डम सिक्वेन्स असू शकते सेट मध्ये. अंडरस्टूड सेट?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then similarly there is frozen set. Okay, frozen set we cannot change. Like here in set, if I want to change this item, let's say cherry item, I can change it. Okay, but for frozen set I cannot change. Okay, एकदा तुम्ही डिक्लेअर केला, that is fixed. Cherry, apple, banana. Sequence may change, but the item cannot be changed. Okay, हेच तीन आयटम त्याच्यामध्ये फिक्स राहतील, चेरी, ऍपल, बनाना. You cannot change any particular item there. Okay. Next is the Boolean data type. Okay, as I said, true and false. These are two Boolean values, or 0 or 1. These are the Boolean values. Okay, now 0 आणि 1 मी जर इथे घेतल्या तर तो इंटिजर कन्सिडर करेल त्याला, but actually when you are using them in a particular set, then they are considered as Boolean. Okay, so true and false, these are true, two Boolean values. Okay, true is written as in this way, x equals to true, and false if you want to write, just a second. So I'll execute this first. You can see the value is true, and class, what is the class? BOOL, that means Boolean. Okay, now instead of true, if I say it is false, see what is the value? False. And what is the class? That is data type Boolean. Okay, understood? Boolean data type.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then the binary data types. Okay, these three are binary data types: bytes, byte array, and memory view. Okay, now bytes is a binary data type that actually stores the binary value of one particular word or one particular character or number. Okay, त्याची binary value. आपल्याला माहिती आहे, computer understands the binary language 0 1. Okay, language of zeros and ones. So I'll execute this. This B defines that it is binary. Okay, it is storing binary value in bytes. Okay, so this hello world has been stored in terms of bytes. Okay, 1 byte equals to 8 bits. Okay, you can see the data type also, it is bytes. Okay, are you getting?
Yes, sir.
Then similarly there is byte array. Okay, byte array of this number. Okay, या पाच हा जो नंबर आहे याचं बायनरी व्हर्जन it will be storing. Okay, this is the byte array. Okay, what is the binary version of it? This version. Okay, you can see 5 times it has taken these values. Okay, if we take an example of any other, let's say 3, you can see these are 3 bytes. Okay, so byte array is nothing but array of bytes. Okay, array of 3 bytes. Here the array of 5 bytes. Okay, then memory view, it is also it gives us the location. Okay, location means the memory location of that particular value. Okay, let's say we have stored this 5 in bytes at which location? At this location. Okay, this is the location, memory location of that particular value. ही व्हॅल्यू या लोकेशनला स्टोअर झालेली आहे मेमरी मध्ये. ओके, समजतंय?
Yes, sir.
And the last data type is none type. You can see here none, x equals to none. I have assigned none value to this x. I'm executing this. You can see the value is none and the class is none type. Okay, it signifies nothing. Okay, when there is a null value or none value, you can use this none data type here. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then next point, how to set a specific data type. Okay, how to set particular data type. एखाद्या व्हेरिएबलचा डेटा टाइप सेट कसा करायचा. Okay, for example, first you have seen string. Just use the constructors to set the data type. Okay, these are called as constructors. This str and this bracket is called as a constructor. This int is called as a constructor. Float is called as a constructor. Complex is called as a constructor. Okay, so these are constructors. You can use these constructors to set a particular data type. I want to set data type of this as a string, so I have used str and in bracket hello world. Okay, so I'll execute this. This is the value of x and you can see the data type as string. Okay, याचा अजून एक एक्झाम्पल, इफ आय यूज, आता हे स्ट्रिंगच यूज केलंय त्याच्यामुळे त्याचा डेटा टाइप स्ट्रिंग आलाय. नाउ दिस 10 इज इंटीजर. ओके, हा 10 काय आहे? इंटीजर आहे. बट आय हॅव यूज अ कन्स्ट्रक्टर ऑन दॅट 10. मी त्या 10 वरती काय केलंय? कन्स्ट्रक्टर यूज केलाय. कोणता कन्स्ट्रक्टर यूज केलाय? स्ट्रिंग कन्स्ट्रक्टर. सो द डेटा टाइप विल बी string. You can see it is printing 10 and the data type is nothing but string. सो मी त्या 10 इंटीजरचा डेटा टाइप काय सेट केलाय? स्ट्रिंग सेट केलाय. आर यू गेटिंग?
Yes, sir.
Okay, similarly we can set the data type in this way also. Okay, now this is integer 20 and I have also set it as integer, so this will be executable. But suppose I take a string. Now this 20 is a string, or let's say this 200 is a string. Okay, but I'm setting its data type as integer. That's why my data type will be integer. Similarly, here set the data type as float. Similarly, I can take a string, let's say 13.5, and you can see the data type is float because I have used float constructor on the string, numeric string. Similarly, how to set complex, use the complex constructor. How to set the data type as list. Now this particularly, if you see, this is a tuple, okay, because there is a round bracket here, okay, this is a tuple, but I have used a list constructor, that's why my data type will be list. Here it is, okay, round bracket is converted to square bracket and the data type now is list. Similarly, if I use this tuple constructor, it will be converted to tuple, okay, the data type is tuple. Suppose I apply it on list, I use square bracket, see I have used square bracket, so square bracket means what, it is list or tuple, square bracket
List.
म्हणजे काय, list, right. So but I am using tuple constructor on the list, so the data type will be tuple. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Here also I am using range constructor on this number 6, okay, हा 6 जर बघितला तुम्ही, this is integer, but I am using range constructor, so it will be converted to range 0 to 6, class range. Similarly here, if you see, name equals to John, age equals to 36, I have taken two different variables, okay, this variable I have stored a string in name, and in age have stored 36 integer, okay, and I have separated them by comma, okay, and I have used dict constructor, dictionary constructor, it will be converted to a dictionary in this way. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, here this is a tuple, but I am using set constructor, so my data type will be set. Again, this is a tuple, but I am using frozen set, so my data type will be frozen set. Then here, this is an integer, 5 is integer, but I am using boolean data type constructor. So this will give me true, value will be true, and the data type will be boolean. Okay, here I will give you one more example. For this boolean, if I use 1, this will still be true, okay, and I will also take an example of 0. Here it will be false. Why it is false? Why it is false for 0? Boolean data types, true or false, we have two values for boolean data types, true or false. True is represented by 1 and false
1.
is represented by
0.
0, right. So that's why when we are using boolean constructor on this 0, it is considering it as false. Similarly, this 5 is an integer, but by using bytes constructor, I have converted it into bytes. Similarly, byte array and memory view. Okay, understood how to set a particular data type of the any particular variable? You can use constructor of that particular data type.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we will move towards next point, the Python numbers. meaning the numerical data types in Python. Okay, so if we see the numeric data types, there are three numeric data types in Python: integer, float and complex. Okay, हे तीन न्यूमरिक डेटा टाइप आहेत, इंटिजर, फ्लोट अँड कॉम्प्लेक्स. ओके, बाकीचे जे आहेत ते न्यूमरिक नाही आहेत, आयदर ते कलेक्शन आहेत किंवा मॅपिंग आहेत किंवा स्ट्रिंग आहेत. ओके, सो these are three numeric data types: integer, float and complex. So I'll give an example of each. X equals to 1, the data type will be integer. Y equals to 2.8, the data type will be float because there is decimal point. And Z equals to 1j, the data type will be complex because there is imaginary component j in this. Okay, and let's execute this. You can see the data type is integer, float and complex. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we'll see in detail what are these numeric data types and how how we can represent them. First is integer, represented as int. Okay, now what is integer data type? It must be a whole number. Okay, it must be a whole number, पूर्णांक आपण त्याला म्हणतो. Second thing, it can be positive or negative. Okay, let's say +5, -5, +6, -7. Okay, it can be positive or negative. Third thing, it must be without decimal. Decimal point त्याच्यामध्ये नको आहे. Okay, कारण decimal point आला की that is not a whole number. Okay, so decimal point should not be there. And unlimited length, you can declare this integer, or you can use a variable of integer data type with unlimited length. कितीही मोठा नंबर असला तरी सुद्धा तुम्ही इंटिजर म्हणून घेऊ शकता. Okay, for example, you have x equals to 1 integer, y equals to this number, this is a very large number, this is also integer, z equals to minus this number, it is also integer. Okay, so all of the points are covered: whole number, positive or negative, without decimal and unlimited length. I will execute this. All the data types are integer. Understood integer?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Next, a equals to 20. What is the data type of a?
Integer.
Integer. B equals to 15. What is the data type of b? What is data type of b?
Integer.
Integer. Okay, negative जरी असला तरी integer आहे. Okay, now next numeric data type is float, that is floating point number. Okay, again this is a number, it can be positive or negative, and this is important condition, containing one or more decimals. Okay, decimal point ज्या नंबर मध्ये आहे तो काय आहे? फ्लोट. Okay, for example this 1.10, 1.0, -35.59. Okay, प्रत्येकामध्ये डेसिमल पॉइंट आहे. So all of these are float. You can see here float, float, float. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, x equals to 3.14. What is the data type?
Float.
Float. Y equals to -20.78. What is the data type?
Float.
float, right? Now one important point in this is there are exponential numbers, those are also considered as floats. Okay, exponential means scientific numbers with e. Okay, python मध्ये exponential e ने represent केला जातो. Okay, for example this you can see 35e3, 12e4, okay, or minus 87.7 e100. Okay, so that e represents 10 into 10 raised to. Okay, it represents the power of 10. I will show this example. I will execute this. You can see here 35e3. So 35 into 10 raised to 3. Okay, then 12e4. You can see 12 into 10 raised to 4. Okay, so here 87.7 e100. That means 87 इथे काय केलंय डेसिमल पॉइंट ऍडजस्ट केलंय. ओके, डेसिमल पॉइंट एकने शिफ्ट केलाय लेफ्टला आणि e raised to 101 केलंय. Okay, or it is 87 into 10 raised to 100. Here 10 e5, it means 10 into 10 raised to 5. This 10 into 10 raised to 5, 10 वरती 5 शून्य. Or 10 e minus 5, it means 10 into 10 raised to minus 5. Okay, so it becomes 0.0001. Understood? Exponential.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it is also a data type of float. जिथे e येईल त्याचा data type काय असेल? Float. Next is complex. Now complex numbers means it contains real as well as imaginary part. Okay, it is represented in this way 2 plus 3j. Okay, याच्यामध्ये 2 हा काय आहे? रियल पार्ट आहे आणि 3j काय आहे? इमॅजिनरी पार्ट. ओके, कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स तुम्ही शिकला असाल जसं की -1 चा रूट. ओके, रूट ऑफ -1 इट इज अ इमॅजिनरी नंबर. ओके, j. So wherever there is imaginary number, it is of data type complex. Here 3 plus 5j, complex data type. Only 5j, complex data type. Minus 5j, complex data type. Okay, wherever there is j, it is complex data type. See, you can see here 5j data type complex. -0 -5j. Okay, आता इथे फक्त -5j आपण लिहिलं होतं, but it has considered the real part also. Real part is 0. Okay, समजते complex?
Oh, sir.
Then this example 2 plus 3j, complex. Okay, -2 plus 3j, complex. -2.3 plus 3.1j, again complex. Okay, whenever there will be j, it will be complex. Okay, understood numeric data types: integer, float and complex.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, then let's move towards next topic, type conversion. Okay, or it is also called as Python casting or type casting. Okay, it means converting one data type into another data type. It is called as type conversion. Okay, let's say integer is converted into sorry, integer is converted into float. Okay, it is type conversion. Float is converted to integer, type conversion. Okay, float is converted to complex, or complex is integer is converted to complex. Okay, so we'll see what is type conversion and how to achieve this type conversion. Okay, now float to integer. How to convert float to integer? Now we have taken this example, a equals to 3.14. What is the data type of a? Tell me.
Float.
Float. See, I have executed this. The data type is float. Then how to convert it to integer? You have to just use constructor. Okay, वरती मी सांगितलं constructor. How to set a data type. Okay, just use a constructor. So int of a will give us the data type. What will be the data type?
Integer.
The data type will be integer. Okay, but remember that while converting from float to integer, your value is rounded. Your actual value was 3.14, but it has been rounded to 3. कारण integer मध्ये decimal point नसतोच. So 3.14 has been rounded off to 3. समजते?
Huh.
Okay. Then integer to float. Okay. आता या result या variable मध्ये काय व्हॅल्यू स्टोर आहे सध्या? Which value is stored in result?
3.
And what is the data type?
Integer.
3 integer.
Correct. Then if I use float constructor on that result variable, my data type will be, what will be the value and what will be the data type? Yes, what will be the value? X ची व्हॅल्यू काय असेल आता? Here I have used x equal to float of result. Float constructor use केलाय. What will be the value of x?
3.0.
3.0. Right. Okay, 3.14 नसेल because it is not, it will not consider 0.14. त्याच्याकडे व्हॅल्यू आहे 3. Okay, just it will convert that integer to float 3.0. And what will be the data type?
Float.
Float. Okay, 3.0 is the value and data type is float. Next, integer to complex. Now this num has a value 20. What is the data type of num?
Integer.
Data type is integer. How to convert it to complex? Use complex constructor. The data type will be complex. And what will be the value? 20 plus 0j. Okay, आता इथे integer होता त्याचा data type. It had only real value. There was no imaginary value. So imaginary value by default it has considered as 0j. Okay, real value has been taken as 20 and imaginary by default it considers as 0j. Okay, समझते?
Oh, sir.
Okay, float to complex. What is the data type of this deck variable?
Float.
Data type is float. How to convert it to complex? Use complex constructor. Complex of deck. Your y will be 3.14 plus 0j and data type will be complex. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what is the value of y? Y variable मध्ये काय स्टोर आहे सध्या आणि डेटा टाइप काय आहे? Tell me. What is the value of y? What is stored in y?
3.14 plus 0j.
Right, 3.14 plus 0j. And what is the data type?
Complex.
Complex, right. Now, what if I use int constructor on this y? What will happen? Yes? What will be the output? I have used int constructor on y. Any guess?
3.
How 3? I will execute this and it will throw an error. Remember this, there is a type error that int argument must be a string, a byte like object, or real number, not complex. What does it mean? That complex number cannot be converted to int or float. Remember this, complex number cannot be converted to integer or float. Okay, it throws an error. कारण कॉम्प्लेक्स कंपोनंट कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर मध्ये ऑलरेडी इमॅजिनरी कंपोनंट आहे. ठीक आहे, रिअल कंपोनंटचं इंटिजर रिक्वेस्ट करता येईल, रिअल कंपोनंटचं फ्लोट रिक्वेस्ट करता येईल, बट व्हॉट टू डू अबाउट द इमॅजिनरी कंपोनंट? ओके, इमॅजिनरी कंपोनंटचं काहीच करता येणार नाही. सो कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स आर not converted to integer or float. Okay, same applies here also. If you try to convert it to float, it will throw an error. Float argument must be string or real number. Okay, it is imaginary, that's why it is not converting it to float. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then integer to string. Okay, an integer can be converted to string by using a string constructor. Okay, this is integer, a equals to 20 is integer. Then I have taken a variable string and I have used string constructor on a. So what will be the value of string and what will be the data type? Tell me before executing. स्ट्रिंग या व्हेरिएबल मध्ये कुठली व्हॅल्यू आहे आणि डेटा टाइप काय आहे?
20 and string.
20 and string. Okay, but remember that 20 is not a integer, it is a string. This 20 is a string. What is the data type? str, that means string. Similarly, float to string, b has a value 20.45 and I have converted it to string by using string constructor. Okay, I have stored it in a str1 variable. If I execute this, my value is 20.45 and the data type is string. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then reverse. What happens if we convert string to integer? Okay, string to integer is possible, but provided that your string must be a numeric string. Okay, string must be a numeric string. Now what I will do is I will take a variable string equals to 10. This is my numeric string. Okay, numeric string म्हणजे काय? String that contains only numbers. Okay, and I have used int constructor on that. Okay, and store it in number. What is the value of number variable and what is the data type of it? Tell me. Number variable मध्ये कुठली व्हॅल्यू आहे आणि डेटा टाइप काय आहे?
10 and integer.
Right, 10 and data type will be integer. So we had a string, we converted it into integer. Okay, now this was possible just because it was a numeric string. If we take a non-numeric string, what will be the output? काय असेल आउटपुट? आता याच्यामध्ये नॉन न्यूमेरिक स्ट्रिंग आहे 10 आहे बट के एंड जे these are non numbers, these are alphabets. What will be the output? Tell me. Yes,
It shows the error.
it will throw an error. What is the error? Value error. What does it mean? Invalid literal for int with base 10. ओके, तुम्ही इंटीजर करताय पण कशाचं इंटीजर करताय? हे नंबर्स आहे, ठीक आहे, 1 and 0 आर नंबर्स बट k and j आर नॉट नंबर्स. Okay, it was expecting some kind of decimal numbers, but we gave input as a alphabets k and j, so it was unable to convert it to integer. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Similarly, string to float. Now if I take this str1 as 123.45, what will be value of n and data type of n? Float constructor use केलाय मी याच्यावरती. I have applied float constructor on this string. What will be the value of n and data type of n? Tell me. Tell me.
123.45 and float.
Right. Value is 123.45 and data type is float. And what if I take 123.4s? Now what will be the output? Yes,
It shows some error.
yes, it will throw a error. What is the error? Could not convert string to float. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now just tell me which one is possible. I'll write down here. Tell me which conversion is possible or not possible. Okay, so integer to float. Tell me, possible or not possible?
Possible.
Possible. Integer to complex. Yes,
Possible.
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 Integer to string.
Possible.
Possible.
Possible. Then float to integer.
Possible.
Possible, but number is rounded off to nearest, or let's say rounded off or floated off. Okay, this number is rounded off. Then float to complex. Yes,
Possible.
possible. and imaginary part is 0j. Okay, by default imaginary part is 0j. Float to string. Yes,
Possible.
possible. Then complex to integer. Yes,
Not possible.
not possible.
Not possible.
Complex to float.
Not possible.
Possible.
Not possible. Complex to string. Yes,
Not possible.
why not possible? आपण कॉम्प्लेक्स टू स्ट्रिंग नाही बघितलं का? Complex to float. Okay, I'll take a number. Let's say comp equals to uh, 10 plus 2j, and I'm taking variable string, or let's say str1 str underscore 1. I will use string constructor on this variable comp and print what? Str underscore 1 and type of str underscore 1. If I execute this, yes, it is possible. Okay, 10 plus 2j can be converted to string. Okay, it will be in this fashion, 10 plus 2j, but it will be a string. Okay, understood?
Yes,
Complex
Yes,
sir.
sir.
to string, it is possible. Sorry, complex to string is possible. Then huh, string to integer, tell me. Yes, string to integer. Yes, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, tell me, string to integer, is it possible?
Not possible.
Why? इथं तर केले आपण. झाले की नाही ते? Yes, it is possible, provided a numeric string.
Numeric.
Okay, your string should be numeric string. It must contain only numbers. String to float. Yes, String to float. Tell me, come on. String to float, is it possible? Are you guys getting confused? Confused होत आहे का?
हो.
हे बघा, स्ट्रिंग टू इंटिजर जसंच आहे तसंच स्ट्रिंग टू फ्लोट आहे. न्यूमरिक जर तुमची स्ट्रिंग असेल then it will be converted, it is possible. बट नंबरच्या मध्ये जर तुम्ही कॅरेक्टर्स आणले त्याचं तुम्हाला फ्लोट करता येणार आहे का किंवा इंटिजर करता येणार आहे का?
नाही.
Can the character be converted to integer or float? No. So it is also possible provided a numeric string. Okay. Then string to complex. Is it possible? Let's take an example. Suppose I have a string underscore 1 equals to, this is my string, 10 plus 2j, and I have a variable comp equals to, I am using this complex constructor on this str1. I will print this comp and data type of this comp, and I'll try to execute this. It throws me an error. Okay, what is the error? Complex argument is malformed string. Okay, so this is also not possible. A string cannot be converted into complex. ओके, आता या स्ट्रिंगला आपण कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर दिलाय तो अशा प्रकारे दिलाय. ओके, what if we change it a little bit? If we change it in this fashion, we'll try this also. Now this is possible. Okay, if we give with bracket, then it is possible, but without bracket it is not possible. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Possible provided the string is a complex number string with brackets. Okay, understood? Type conversion.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's move towards next topic, that is mathematical operations. Okay, how to perform mathematical operations and how to solve the equations in Python. Now mathematical operations are performed with a certain priority. Okay, प्रत्येक mathematical operation ला एक priority आहे. Okay, this priority is decided by this rule, PEMDAS rule आपण त्याला म्हणतो. Okay, this you must have studied in the school also. Okay, PEMDAS rule. P stands for parenthesis, E stands for exponent. Exponent म्हणजे काय? Raised to. Okay, here the exponent is represented by double star. Okay, M is nothing but multiplication. Here in Python, multiplication is represented by single star. Then division. Here in Python, division is represented by forward slash. ओके, इथे तीन प्रकारचे डिव्हिजन येतात, डिव्हिजन, फ्लोर डिव्हिजन and modular division. Okay, division is represented by forward slash, floor division is represented by this double forward slash, and modular division, it is represented by this modulus percentage sign. Okay, then comes addition, plus, and subtraction, minus. So कोणतंही इक्वेशन असेल, okay, equation in 2 unknown, 3 unknown, or equation of first degree, second degree, third degree, कोणतंही इक्वेशन असेल, ते इक्वेशन सॉल्व करताना आपण हे रूल्स फॉलो करतो. आपण अगोदर पॅरेंथेसिस सॉल्व करतो, ब्रॅकेट सॉल्व करतो, आफ्टर दॅट एक्सपोनंट म्हणजे रेज टू टर्म आहे का, देन मल्टिप्लिकेशन, देन डिव्हिजन, देन ऍडिशन, अँड देन सबट्रॅक्शन. समजते?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then tell me what will be the output of this 2 plus 3. Yes, what will be the output of this?
5.
It will be 5, right? What will be the output of this? 5 minus 2?
3.
3, right? What will be the output of this? 6 divided by 3?
2.
2. 2.0 to be precise. Okay, कारण डिव्हिजन आहे म्हणून आपल्याला फ्लोट भेटतं. ओके, दॅट डिव्हिजन कॅन बी होल नंबर और इट कॅनॉट बी होल नंबर. तुम्हाला डिव्हिजन हे इंटिजरच भेटेल असं नाही. ओके, कधी कधी तुम्हाला फ्रॅक्शन स्वरूपात सुद्धा असतं. ओके, आता जर if that number is completely divisible, then you can get 0.0. Okay, but if it is not completely divisible, for example this 5 by 3, okay, it is not completely divisible, that's why it is giving answer in a float form. Okay, इनकम्प्लीट डिव्हिजन असेल ना तर त्याला डेसिमल पॉइंट येईल, त्यामुळे याचं बाय डिफॉल्ट आन्सर याचं डेटा टाइप फ्लोट असतं डिव्हिजनचं. ओके, आर यू गेटिंग?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What is
sir.
the output of this 5 star 4? What does it mean? What does it mean? 5 star 4?
20.
20 answer आहे, but it means multiplication. Okay, 5 into 4. If I execute this, I'll get answer as 20. Similarly, this is subtraction, and this is addition. Now let's see what is floor division. Floor division म्हणजे काय की एखादं तुमचं डिव्हिजन जर कंप्लीट असेल मग तुमचं रिमाइंडर 0 येतं. ओके, कारण तुमचं डिव्हिजन कंप्लीट झालेलं असतं. ओके, सो तुम्हाला तो जो नंबर आहे तो इन द फॉर्म ऑफ डेसिमल पॉइंट तुम्हाला तो नंबर भेटतो. ओके, बट फ्लोर डिव्हिजन मध्ये काय होतं, तुम्हाला तो डेसिमल फॉर्म मध्ये तो नंबर नाही भेटत. ओके, म्हणजे तुम्हाला पॉइंट समथिंग असा तो नंबर नाही भेटत. यू जस्ट गेट द फ्लोर्ड नंबर. ओके, राउंडेड नंबर. ओके, म्हणजे फॉर एक्झाम्पल इथे 5 by 3 चा आन्सर काय आहे? What is the answer of this 5 by 3? It is 1.66. Okay, 1.67 let's say. But in floor division, if you do this 5 floor divided by 3, you will get 1, because this 1.66 will be rounded to 1. Okay, round figure. समजते हैं?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
याला आपण फ्लोर्ड व्हॅल्यू म्हणतो. या 1 ला आपण काय म्हणतो? फ्लोर्ड व्हॅल्यू. ओके, फ्लोर आणि सीलिंग. फ्लोर म्हणजे खाली जमीन, सीलिंग मीन्स अपवर्ड. ओके, मग 5 डिवायडेड बाय 3 ची फ्लोर व्हॅल्यू आहे 1 आणि सीलिंग व्हॅल्यू आहे 2. ओके, थोडक्यात या 1.66 ला जर आपण खाली राऊंड ऑफ केलं तर आपल्याला 1 भेटतो, वरती राऊंड ऑफ केलं तर आपल्याला 2 भेटतो. ओके, बिकॉज इट फॉल्स इन बिटवीन 1 and 2. समजते?
हो sir.
Okay. 20 floor division 6. What will be the answer?
Three.
Answer will be 3, because it will be 3 point something, right? 6 3s are 18 आणि राहिलेले 2 आहे, परत त्याच्यावरती आपण 0 घेऊ, डेसिमल पॉइंट देऊ. अगेन 6 3s are 18. It will be 3.3.3, sorry 3.3333 something. Okay, so floored value will be 3, म्हणजे खालची व्हॅल्यू. अंडरस्टूड? फ्लोर डिव्हिजन.
Yes sir.
Okay, आफ्टर दॅट मॉड्युलर डिव्हिजन. मॉड्युलर डिव्हिजन हे मॉड्युलसने आपण रिप्रेझेंट करतो. ओके, दिस इज मॉड्युलस. हे पर्सेंटेज साइन आहे, त्याला आपण म्हणतो मॉड्युलस. ओके, आता मॉड्युलर डिव्हिजन आपल्याला काय देतं? रिमाइंडर देतं. ओके, डिव्हिजन केल्यानंतर जे रिमाइंडर आहे, दॅट रिमाइंडर इज रिटर्न इन मॉड्युलर डिव्हिजन. ओके, थोडक्यात 20 डिवायडेड बाय 6 याच्यात रिमाइंडर काय आहे? What is the remainder?
2.
2 is the remainder.
2.
Okay, so you will get answer as 2. Understood? Modular division.
Yes, sir.
5 modular division 3. What will be the answer?
2.
This will also be 2. Okay, because 3 ones are 3, 2 is the remainder. And last one is exponent. Okay, so exponent means what? Raised to. So 5 double star 2 or 5 exponent 2 means 5 raised to 2. Okay, 5 square. What will be the answer?
25.
25. If I take 10 square, what will be the answer?
100.
100. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now tell me, what is PEMDAS rule? P stands for?
Parenthesis.
Right. E stands for?
Exponential.
Right. M stands for?
TP.
Multiplication. D stands for?
Division.
Division. A stands for?
Addition.
And S stands for?
Subtraction.
Subtraction. Right. Okay. So always while solving the equation, follow the PEMDAS rule. Okay. Now let's see some examples. आता हे तुमचं इक्वेशन आहे 10 plus 20 plus 5 into 3. याचा आन्सर काय असेल?
45.
Okay, we'll execute 45. Okay, how did you solve? First thing, according to PEMDAS rule, parenthesis तर नाहीये. Search for exponent. Exponent पण नाहीये. Then search for मल्टिप्लिकेशन आहे. ओके, सो आधी हे सॉल्व करायचं. 5 into 3 that is 25. देन डिव्हिजन आहे का? नाही. ऍडिशन आहे का? येस. 10 plus 20 plus 25. ओके, 10 plus 20 30, 30 plus काय चुकलं, सॉरी, 5 into 3 is 15, सॉरी 25 म्हटलं का मी? 15. So 15 plus 20 plus 10, it will be 45. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now tell me the answer of this. Your x is 4 and you want to solve this equation. 5x square, x raised to 2 आहे हा. Okay, 5x raised to 2 plus 3x plus 7. Yes, आधी कोणती टर्म सॉल्व कराल तुम्ही? ओके, I will write here y equals to, it will be 5 into x raised to 2. Okay, raised to means exponent, so double star 2 plus 3x, so 3 into x plus 7. आता यापैकी सांगा मला y equals to, आधी काय सॉल्व कराल? किंवा x ची व्हॅल्यू मी टाकतो आधी.
X raised to 2.
x raised to 2 आधी सॉल्व करणार, राईट. सो I will paste it here. तुमची x ची व्हॅल्यू आहे 4, so this will be like this. ओके, आधी काय सॉल्व करणार? दिस पार्ट, एक्सपोनेन्शियल, कारण पॅरेंथेसिस नाहीये. सो नेक्स्ट प्रायोरिटी इज एक्सपोनंट. 4 raised to 2 किती आहे? 4 raised to 2 म्हणजे 4 स्क्वेअर
16.
16. So I will replace this by 16. त्यानंतर नेक्स्ट
Multiplication.
ओके, मल्टिप्लिकेशन. मग कोणताही सॉल्व करा, आयदर 5 into 16 करा किंवा 3 into 4. व्हॉट इज 5 into 16?
80.
80. Okay, after that 3 into 4. What is 3 into 4?
12.
12. And then 80 plus 12 plus 7. 80 plus 12 is 92 plus 7 is
99.
99 is the answer. Okay, we'll just verify here by executing the program. Okay, so while executing you have to represent it in this way. Okay, y equals to 5 into this x exponent. Okay, x exponent 2 plus 3x plus 7, and value of x you have defined as 4, and print y. It will calculate 61. Sorry, something wrong. Something wrong with this. Five, 7. Mm, 3 to x. This is a bracket here. Sorry. इथे ब्रॅकेट यूज करायला विसरू नका. ओके, ट्राय टू यूज brackets wherever possible. You'll get the answer. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, here 8x cube minus 6x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay, and x value of, just a second. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
is my screen visible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So here this is the equation: 8x cube minus 6x square plus 3x plus 2. Okay, so 8 into x cube, that means 8 x exponent 3 minus 6x square means 6 into x square in bracket x exponent 2 plus 3x. Here also try to use bracket plus 2. Okay, and value of x is taken as 2. You will get the value of y as this 430. Understood how to solve the equation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then आता इथे आपण x ची व्हॅल्यू बाय डिफॉल्ट आपण घेतली. ओके, x इक्वल्स टू 2 आपण काय केले, हार्ड कोडेड व्हॅल्यू घेतली आहे. व्हॉट इफ वी टेक युजर इनपुट? ओके, सो युजर इनपुट, विल सी व्हॉट इज युजर इनपुट. युजर इनपुट म्हणजे काय की प्रोग्राम तुमचा रन केल्यानंतर तुम्हाला त्याने व्हॅल्यू विचारली पाहिजे की तुम्हाला x ची व्हॅल्यू काय पाहिजे. ओके, म्हणजे x ची व्हॅल्यू तुम्हाला डायनॅमिकली चेंज करता आली पाहिजे प्रोग्राम एक्झिक्युशनच्या नंतर. Okay, so for that purpose we will need user input. Okay, and how to use user input, how to define a user input. So here you have to use input as a keyword. Okay, in this fashion x equals to input नावाचा कीवर्ड यूज करायचं. त्याच्या आतमध्ये तुम्हाला जे काही टेक्स्ट तुम्हाला टाकायचं असेल that you can enter as a string. Okay, for example I have used this text, enter the value of x. Okay, and it shows me I just want to show the output, the data type of the text. Okay, by default user input is a string. Okay, that I want to show. I will execute this. See, after executing it is asking me to enter the value of x. Okay, because I have entered this text, enter the value of x. आणि input हे जे keyword आहे that provides me with the this text box. Okay, here I can enter the value. Okay, whatever I want. Suppose I enter 100. Okay, and I hit enter. It shows me the output. What is the output? The data type of x. What is the data type of x? String. Okay, if I print it, I can also print. See, I will show you print x as well as data type of x. Okay, then again I will execute this. Enter the value of x. Suppose I enter 500. It prints the value of x 500 and the data type of x. What is the data type? Integer now, because I have used integer constructor. Okay, if I don't use this integer constructor, if I only use input keyword, what will be my data type? What will be the data type now?
String.
It will be string. By default the data type of input is string. Understood how to take user input?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now how to solve the equations using user input. Okay, equation तर तुमचं as it is आहे. Okay, you have to represent the equation in the same fashion. Okay, multiplication is represented by star, exponent is represented by double star. Okay, just to show the multiplication of this exponent term and this number, use a bracket. Again here also same thing, here also use a bracket. Okay, what is the change? Instead of hard coded value of x, you have to take user input as a x. Okay, so I have used input keyword and I have used int constructor in front of that. Okay, so whatever value I will enter of this x, it will be string, and due to this int constructor it will be converted to integer. After that I am printing the value of x and I'm also printing the value of y output. Okay, after calculating this. Okay, so I'll execute this. Unsupported operand for PW string. Okay, just a second. What I will do, I will split this part. I will execute this first. X or sorry, x variable आपण इथे यूज केलाय. So for this reason it is considering it as string. I need to delete x first. And then I need to use this. X is not defined because x is, I need to take this below. Okay, अगोदर मला x define करायला लागेल. So that's why I have taken x upwards and then I have defined the y equation and then printed value of x and y. So it is asking me to enter the value of x. Now whatever the value of x you can enter, आपल्याला हार्ड कोड करण्याची गरज नाही. ओके, अगोदर आपण x equals to 2, x equals to 4 असं हार्ड कोडेड व्हॅल्यू आपण टाकत होतो. नाव there is no need of that. You can enter any value of x. Okay, suppose I enter value of x as 10. It will directly show me the output. Value of x is 10. That means it is printing this statement, and therefore value of y is 7432. This print statement. It is calculating the value of y according to x and also printing these two statements. Are you getting how to use user input?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Similarly, this example. Okay, just take this user input above this and okay. आता हे इक्वेशन थोडंसं वेगळं आहे. ओके, इट इज 3x raised to 4 minus 4x cube plus 5x raised to half. Raised to half is nothing but, what does it mean? Raised to half? Square root. Okay, raised to half म्हणजे काय? Square root. Okay, so square root वाली एखादी term असेल, you can use it as raised to half. X raised to half. So I have used here x exponent half. Okay, 1 by 2. Are you getting my point? How to represent square root?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And I will execute this. It is asking me the value of x. If I enter value of x as, let's say, 5, this is my value of y, 1383.18033. Okay, understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any doubt or any problem in this data types, typecasting and mathematical operations?
No, sir.
Okay. If you have any doubt, please ping me. You can ping in the group or ping me personally also. Okay, shall we stop here today?
Yes, sir.